Hey guys, we're gonna give it a minute here as usual to let everyone come on over from Captain Jack's and also send some notifications out because as Linda pointed out in Jack's, the live stream was an hour off. Um, for some reason, I'm guessing that it's because Arizona doesn't have daylight saving time. The computer for some reason is just jumping back and forth. Um, so we got Lubecca in the house. Welcome in. We got Diane, Phil, Nancy stopping in the house, which let me point out, Nancy, I do have these. So if we have members in the house tonight during the live stream and you want to give Rocky a couple of these, I don't got anything yet. You be patient. You be patient. Maybe I shouldn't have shook the bag. You be patient. Um, but yes. So Nancy, Georgianne, any members that are in the house, we have TREAT for Rocky tonight. He has been doing better with his stomach, and I found some stuff that works for him. So go ahead and you guys could use your free memberships tonight or whenever, and we can get some of those to him. Um, can you guys hear me okay? Because this is the first time in what, 7 months that we've done a live stream like this, especially through StreamYard. Um, as you can see, I'm not using my actual microphone because I'm having some issues with that. So I'm using the headset. Also, this computer, for some reason, doesn't have audio. So I kind of, if I need to hear something, um, it kind of two birds, one stone. Audio and video is good. Audio, video, 5 x 5. Yeah, audio is good. Perfect. Thank you guys. I see Georgianne saying to give him a treat, and Georgianne has been a member from pretty much the very beginning. So I'm going to give him two, just kind of like Nate does, as a thank you for being a channel member, Georgianne. And in order to do this, I want to thank, I believe it was Mike who gave me this idea. So give me a minute here because I forgot to get this set up. We are going to log on to StreamYard from my phone and use that as a guest, and we'll use it as a Rocky cam. So you guys will be able to see Rocky much better than me taking this camera and kind of moving it around. So give me just a second here. Enter studio. Audio is good. Perfect. Fun fact, bulldogs are allergic to plastic. Didn't know that. Very interesting, Lewis. Here we are, Rocky Cam. He's getting his own camera, you guys. We will mute it so it doesn't echo. I'm seeing double. Okay. Bear with me, guys. I need to figure out how to flip this camera. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. I'm struggling here. Camera facing back. There we go. So there's the puppy dog. And his treats from Georgianne. Good boy. Yeah. It's a good boy. So gentle. Good boy. There. Now that we got this all set up, let me mute my phone. So I could hear myself. I don't know if you guys could hear an echo, but it's kind of driving me nuts. There we go. Much better. And that way we will have that in case anyone else wants to flip it or we need a Rocky cam, we'll have it ready to go. With that, we are going to try something new tonight. we are going to set a goal for one super chat of $5 or higher for 30 minutes. And if you guys can do that, I will give Rocky his favorite ice cream. The reason behind this is because, as you guys might have seen in the description of the video, we are going to be taking, well, we may be taking an upcoming trip to Joshua Tree, Slab City, the Imperial Sand Dunes, Schoolypalooza, and then ending with the Magic Circle. To help pay for the gas for this trip, though, YouTube has a minimum payout threshold. I am currently $40 short from achieving that threshold. So between now and middle of January, when I go on that trip, I have a goal of raising $40 here on the channel. And we do have some memberships already, so that's going to help a little bit. But I want to, promote super chats a little bit. And I thought that was kind of a fun way to do it. If we get a single super chat tonight worth $5 or higher, I'll give Rocky his favorite ice cream. And in the future, we might mix it up and do some other things too. I see Nancy's using the emojis that the members get as well. So if you guys want some exclusive emojis, make sure to check that out. Hey, how's it going? I've been thinking about the fact that I won a giveaway on your channel, and now I'm a little scared that I just gave you free reign to do whatever. I'm both curious and terrified. Um, I was thinking about that last night. And speaking of last night, before we get into this long list of things here, let me know in chat, guys. Did you get to see the Northern Lights last night? I almost gave up. I was literally just about to go to bed because I didn't really see anything when somebody announced, oh, hold on, we're going to time out here. Time out. Nancy sent that $5 super chat. Thank you for that, Nancy. That was kind of cool. Some confetti happens when you hit the goal. It says goal achieved. You could see what the goal is. Lewis saying thank you for that. That's kind of a really cool concept. But thank you for that, Nancy. We will press pause here and let me get Rocky's favorite ice cream. Oh, he sees it already. He sees it, you guys. He is eyeballing it. Let me put the camera back on. Oh, yeah, he's eyeballing it already. He knows. He knows what he's getting. We're going to drop. Actually, I can't drop down because then you guys won't be able to hear me. His favorite ice cream here is Dogsters. I get it from Walmart. It's relatively cheap, but he loves the cheesy bacon flavor. So this is from Nancy here, Rocky. Let me flip the can I do that? Will it stay? Hopefully you guys don't have an earthquake. I will move it in a minute. I just have to open the ice cream. This is from Nancy. Yeah, Nancy wanted you to have your ice cream. Oh, that's a good boy. There he goes. He's going to take it on the bed, not on the bed. Rocky, not on the bed. Rocky, not on the bed. You're going to get it all wet. Come on, bring it down here. Can you bring it down. Where's your ice cream? Where's your ice cream? Get it. Get your ice cream. Just not on the bed. Not on the bed. Come on, down here. Turn around. Take it. Lay. Or go that way. Just not on the bed. I don't want the bed soaking wet before we go to sleep. That's a good boy. While we're up here, you guys can see his, well, you could see his spot. It's getting much better. His hair's starting to grow back. So that's a really good thing. Really getting back on track here with him. Can you scooch? Scooch the butt? Scooch the butt? Thank you. He just loves that ice cream. For anyone interested, that ice cream is like $4, I think. It's about $1 per ice cream, not even. Really good deal, and it's nice on hot days. Helps him cool down a little bit. So thank you again, Nancy, for that super chat. Okay, let me pull up. I hope my breathing doesn't sound weird on this thing. I just shortness of breath. I'm not used to talking so much. Is it doggy ice cream? Many ice creams have, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, which are toxic. But yes, this is a doggy ice cream specifically. We've been getting it for about, well, I've had Rocky for 4.5 years now. Has it really been that long? Basically, we've been giving it to him for years, and it's his favorite. It's never really caused any issues with his stomach ulcers or anything like that. It's the cheapest one too. Walmart does have another brand that is specifically dog. I don't know what it's called, but it's a little more expensive. These ones, he loves it. It's his favorite, and it's cheaper. Like I said, not even $1 per cup. You get 4 cups in a box. So you really can't go wrong. And again, it's at Walmart. So, you could pretty much get it anywhere in the country. North Carolina had its first snow Monday, might Monday night, not that much though. I can't lie, Lewis. I love seeing the snow all around, but not here. It's still 90 degrees here. We are going to have, I think starting tomorrow or Friday, it's going to be raining for like 4 days off and on here in Lake Havasu, Arizona, which is kind of out of the ordinary. I don't really remember a time where it's rained so many days in a row like that. But it will cool it down from the typical 90 degrees that we've been having every day for 3-4 weeks now, and it's going to cool it down to about low 70s, high 60s. So that's going to be much better. Take your spoiled milk, add dog food, place in freezer. Ooh. It's dropping 20 degrees Fahrenheit that night. It wasn't much, just probably like an inch. I know my place, Ironwood, Michigan, where I was with the college, got about a foot of snow overnight, give or take, is kind of what I'm hearing. But it sounds like it isn't really sticking around. I guess it warmed back up and melted. So very weird for this time of year. Now I have a list here, guys. I don't know how many of you saw the description, but there is quite a bit to talk about. And I had to make a list because throughout the last week, I kept going, oh, we should talk about that. Oh, we should talk about that. And then I woke up this morning and you know what I did? I went, oh my God, I don't remember what we were supposed to talk about. So I had to really think long and hard and make a list about it. So starting out, yes, the YouTube payout threshold. Thanks to Nancy with that $5 super chat, I am now $35 short. So between now and January, we are going to be trying to promote super chats a little bit more in return of some exclusive, something, maybe extra live streams, ice cream for Rocky. There's going to be some benefit for it. I got to figure out more. But also memberships. Those are a great way to support the channel. The lowest price is $2 a month, and any membership gets a lot of exclusive content. I think there's like 40 exclusive videos on there already. Um, it really is a great way to support the channel as well. Um, with that, the Joshua Tree trip is what I'm calling it. I did stay on the outskirts of Joshua Tree no, not 4, 5 years ago now when I first did Life as a Nomad, trying it out. And I never actually went into the national park. Well, I bought a annual pass like the day before the government shutdown. So it was $80 for a pass. I've been getting into national parks for free, so I could have went without it. Um, but come January, I'll be able to use that national park pass and get into Joshua Tree. And I know Nate with uh, the North American Travelers Edge. I'm still not used to the new name. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Joshua Tree was like one of his favorite places shortly after we met. So I'm really curious to go check it out and see why he loved it so much. With that, we're going to be going back to Slab City. Now, those who have been with me for quite some time may have seen my original Slab City videos. When I first came out to Arizona 5 years ago, first trying out the nomad lifestyle, I made a trip to Slab City. And we actually spent probably 3 or 4 nights there. I think I made 3 or 4 videos. And to date, Slab City in Depth is one of them. That is still the most popular video on my channel with over 10,000 views. I think it's just under 11,000 now. That really boosted my channel in the very beginning, but I made some very drastic rookie mistakes because I wasn't looking at doing YouTube professionally. It was more for friends and family and for me to look back on. And it was more stuff like me talking to the camera, not really filming the area. Maybe I would show pictures and stuff like that. But instead of this landscape, I always filmed in portrait mode and then would upload that as a video. So, quite frankly, they're garbage. And for years now, I've been thinking, man, I really would like to revisit Slab City, even if it's just me going back through my old content, the filming, the pictures I did, and just making a new video on it, like the misconceptions of Slab City. Or I could make like the top 5 attractions to visit in Slab City, stuff like that. But I thought, you know what? That was one of the first trips when I got out here my very first year. And we did it in, I believe, January, February. So how cool would it be if I went back my first year out as a full-time nomad? So we're going to go back to Slab City. We're not going to camp there, partially because the bugs, quite frankly, were really bad there when we were there last. And also, one of the most dangerous things about Slab City, from the research I've done and from being there personally, is that there's a lot of dogs that are not leashed. They're unchained and they just run free. And when you really do a lot of watching of Slab City videos and whatnot too, you you'll hear people talking about hospital trips and stuff like that, and it's usually because a loose dog attacked them. Now, I'm personally, like, for me, I'm willing to take that risk. I've been there. I kind of know what to expect. God forbid, I might carry some spray on me if I have to absolutely use it. I hope to God I don't have to, but safety first. Rocky. That is the new component that I did not have when I first went there. I do not want to camp there because I do not feel comfortable taking Rocky outside of the camper or the vehicle pretty much at all, quite frankly. I'm concerned of loose dogs. I'm concerned of people that might approach us because we had that as well. Just overall, don't like that concept. And because of that, I always said Slab City's a no-go. Well, I found a way that with my uncle, we're basically just going to swing through it. It's going to be 1-2 hours. Like, we're going to be just really smart about it. We're going to pass through. We're going to make it quick. I'm going to redo Slab City with probably the drone if I can. I hope to God no one tries to shoot it down. I wouldn't be surprised because it is the last lawless place in the country for those who don't know. Lawless. We'll talk about that in the future. But I just want to see from the very beginning to now my game with the camera quality, the editing quality, everything. My game has significantly stepped up. So now, going back there, what's the best I can do? How good of a video or videos can I make on Slab City? And all of those videos did really, really well. Could it give this channel an extra push? Because one of my goals for the 2026 year, and this is going to sound crazy, I know, by the end of 2026, I am aiming for 10,000 subscribers. So we got about 8,000 subscribers to go in a single year. That's insane. That's a very high goal, but I've ran the numbers and it's doable. It's just going to take a little bit of luck and a lot of hard work. So we have Slab City, which will hopefully help push it. We will be going back to Schoolie Palooza. That is a nomad gathering for those who don't know. I did, I think, 1 or 2 videos on that. I participated both years I was out here with the van and the school bus. Absolutely loved it. And I think it shows the community really well. And again, my game has stepped up since back then. Let's give these old videos a little bit of a refresh. And then, of course, we have the magic circle. Some of you may have already heard conversations about that. I'm not going to spoil what exactly the magic circle is for those who don't know, but let's just say it is one of the most unique places that I'll have been traveling to and camping at. And it's going to take some very special editing and tricks to make a video on that location. But it's something different. So if you've been here since the very beginning, you already know Quartzsite, you already know Havasu, you already know Kingman, you know Oatman, you know these places. It's kind of visiting those towns again, but adding a little bit of a twist to it. That is one way to put it. Diane knows very well. So outside of that, the 10,000 subscriber goal. I have socials for those who aren't following me already. I do have a Facebook, I have an Instagram, and a TikTok. For a minute, I'm going to type some of these in. Links for those who might want to go check them out. We have my Facebook, my Instagram, and my TikTok link. I do not want to flood your YouTube feeds. YouTube is not the place to be posting 3 to 4 times a day like most other social medias. Now, the other social medias, the Facebook, the Instagram, the TikTok, I can't promise 3 to 4 days. I know that helps the algorithm and all of that stuff, but that is still a lot to be posting But I am posting more and more. I'm making reels, shorts, just general posts like a blog talking about the history of a location I'm visiting. I'm sharing photos like last night, the Northern Lights or the sunrise this morning, what I eat, how I budget my food. So if you guys want more content, definitely check out the Facebook, the Instagram, and or the TikTok. And hopefully as we go into 2026 here, those social medias aren't, they're not opening. Diane, I do have the links in the description as well as anyone else. I would try them there. Those might work as well in the description. I think because it's a shortened link, um, it's not registering that they're actually links is what it looks like on the YouTube's end. But those are the links, nice and short, easy to remember. They are in the description of the video, so if you want to wait till after the live stream, you can do that as well. But yeah, there's going to be more content. Some of it is going to be exclusively off of YouTube. Like I said, there's going to be pictures, there's going to be blogs. Some of that stuff just doesn't really fit into YouTube and its algorithm. And again, I don't want to flood your guys' YouTube feeds. This is not the place to be posting 3 to 4 times a day. So all I'm saying is if you want to see more content, maybe more behind the scenes stuff, stay up to date with what's happening, these socials are the places to go to. They're there if you want more content. Otherwise, YouTube's going to kind of stay the same. We're going to start doing a little bit more shorts. We're going to be making posts here and there on occasion, but I don't want to be posting so much that you guys get sick of just bombardment of stuff. That's not how I want this to be. So hopefully those will grow over the next year and send people to YouTube. That's the main one I want to grow. That's the main one I want to focus on. Next up here. Oh, yes, before I forget. One thing I want to ask you guys if you can do me a favor and help me out with this 10,000 subscriber goal a little bit. This weekend, if you're willing, I would like you to go through my channel and pick one of your favorite videos. What's something that you really liked? Maybe it was inspirational, maybe it was cinematic, maybe it was educational, whatever it may be. Pick one of your favorite videos, favorite shorts, favorite live streams, and if you're willing, please share that out on any social media you might have or on your YouTube. I have been watching my analytics the last 2 months, and the numbers are so impressive. Um, and I've been noticing that every time a video is shared outside of YouTube, we're really bringing a lot of people into YouTube. We're bringing a lot of people here, and I think that's helping me get caught in the algorithm a little bit and pushing the channel a little further. So like that one, I love when the bird stole your pizza. If you're willing, I know it's going to take a minute or two to go through and find that specific video, but if there's a video like that you really, really like and you want to help support the channel and help me possibly hit 10,000 by the end of 2026, please go ahead and just share one of your favorite videos. Oh my God. Lewis, I forgot about that. That was wax strips. I was raising money for childhood cancer. And, yep, I was just going to say, and I sang Over the Rainbow as I could feel the pain again. Oh, Lewis, you're bringing it all back here. Yes, the hot air balloon video, that is another great one. Um, Absolutely amazing. That's one of my favorites, honestly. So, yes, if you're willing to just take a minute or two, go find those videos and share them out and just bring awareness. Or moving forward, Saturday we have the treasure hunt video. If you guys are willing to share them on occasion, you don't have to do it every week or anything like that, but it's just another way. If you're not able to afford a membership or a super chat or anything like that, it is making a big difference. That is huge. It really is making a difference. I like the I am so mad about that still. Honestly. Those were so freaking far away. Like, a matter of fact, that is part of why we're doing that Slab City trip, because as we come back around for Schoolie Palooza, there's the Imperial sand dunes where like Star Wars was filmed, and that's where I first learned of sandboarding. So I don't know how. Maybe I order one off of Amazon or something. Um, I'm looking into it because gosh darn it, there I know you can pull right off. You're on the sand dunes. Boom. So I can leave Rocky in the video or in the vehicle with the AC and whatnot and shred some gnarly sand. I want to do that. How about the mating turtles? Oh, that's a recent one. That's a recent one. Um, if you guys don't know what Captain Jack's referring to, make sure you go check out Colorado Gators. Self plug right there. Uh, that's one of the newest videos. Um, the Peru videos are cool also. That's going to transition me here to some of the other projects I have going on. I'm going to be launching a new podcast. It's going to be called the Lost Adventures Podcast. The whole purpose of this podcast is basically all of the forgotten moments from my travels, such as, maybe a trip to Peru. There's something that happened. A really good example I could give you guys, though, is my very first year out here. I went to the Grand Canyon, and I don't know where all the footage went. The photos, the videos, they're gone, lost in time. I went to New Orleans. I went to an an aerospace place that had NASA rockets and stuff, and that's like my biggest dream, to go to space. So, I went to Huntsville, Alabama and visited this NASA place. I went to New Orleans, and I don't know where the photos went. I don't know where the videos went. One of the videos from New Orleans was Mardi Gras World, where you go inside and you see all of the floats from the year before, and you see them making new floats for the next year, and you learn the history of Mardi Gras and the significance of it, the culture. That's a great video. I know. I went there. I remember it like it was yesterday. And I was like, this is going to make such a great video. I think I got 2 photos from that trip, from that location. Everything's gone. I don't know how, because every time I got back from a trip, I uploaded it into like the computer, my hard drive, like 3 different locations, like an online hard drive. It's all gone. It disappears for whatever reason. So, as Lou is saying, it's basically lost media, hence the name, The Lost Adventures. And stuff like that is possible to have special guests as well. We have a St. Louis trip where me, my best friend Trevor, and my dad went to St. Louis and we watched a Cardinals versus Brewer game. Now that I do have content for, I still think, hopefully. I know they got stuff for it too, but we never uploaded it. We never really talked about it much. So we might do a podcast where I get my dad on the podcast with me talking about that trip, because I know it was such a significant trip for all of us, but especially him. So, there's those options as well. We're going to have just another way to share some content, share some stories and adventures with you guys, and hopefully promote the channel. Does anyone use YouTube Create? I honestly have never heard of that, so I will look into it personally. But having never heard of it, I personally do not. The only sources for YouTube I use is generally YouTube or YouTube Studio. Um, One thing with editing right now is that music is, dare I say, the hardest part of a video. I know lots of people recently have been loving the music within my videos, and it's even making it easier to watch them for, 20, 25 minutes. But CapCut, even though they're commercial free, every single time I use anything from CapCut, YouTube flags it and now it's demonetized. So stuff like that super chat from Nancy wouldn't even come to me. So I'm really struggling with that. That's why there's no music or anything tonight. So YouTube Studio, they have an audio library. I have been using that, but it's tricky. Good night, Phil. Thank you for stopping in. Um, I hope you have a great rest of your week. I do want to scroll up too because I see Tina. Welcome in, Tina. Thank you for joining us. It's a good little app from Google and has royalty-free music. Good to know. Thank you. The reason I'm hating music, especially because whether it's CapCut, the YouTube Studio audio library, now YouTube Studio audio library, yes, you can have the music and you won't get copyright strikes if you do it correctly. But the problem is they have thousands of songs on there. And let's say Colorado Gators from last Saturday. Okay, I want a song that is Gator themed, whatever that means. Let's go Steve Irwin, right? That Gator, Steve Irwin, what do you think? Australia. Let's search in YouTube Studio Library Australian music. It fits the theme of the video, right? Should be easy enough, you would think. Not. You barely get any music. The music you do get, lots of it's quite frankly shitty. And you're stuck clicking on every single song. There's like no sense. You literally just have to randomly click on songs and hope that you like what you listen to. So that's what I've been doing for these last several videos, and music is so crucial. I get it, it makes it better, but God, is it difficult to do. Be cool if you make your own music, just saying, like Traveling Robert. We have talked about that, me and my uncle, as well as a couple other people. Fun fact, I have made my own song. If you get a membership, you might have to check that out. It is a video from middle school that I composed my own song from beginning to end. It's interesting. We'll put it that way. They have transition, CC, and all those things I don't think you could do. Key points, but the basics are above average, and there's some templates as well. Definitely gonna check that out. I've been using a lot of different resources, quite honestly, with my videos. Like this Saturday's video, the treasure hunting video, it is unlike anything I've ever done before. The editing is just absolutely crazy. It is the hardest editing I've ever had to do because of all the shots and all the details and trying to line it all up and still make it interesting but not feel like it's dragging on and stuff. Like, this treasure hunting video on Saturday, I swear half the time when I'm making these videos, it feels like I'm trying to solve my own puzzle, putting my own puzzle together. Like, this piece goes here, no it doesn't, that's a horrible piece. I swear it's a process, as Tina is saying. Um, really anything else, transitions, all of that stuff, the text, the animations, I don't mind it. It's part of the process. I love it. But music is where I'm struggling. For the love of God, I want something that I know is going to be copyright free so I can monetize a video and get super chats or anything if someone sends them. Or, if I get money off of ads in the future, I want to be able to do that. And I want to just be able to, okay, we're in a Western town, a ghost town like Oatman. Western. Search Western. For the love of God, I just want to type in Western in the search bar and have a list of Western music. It shouldn't be that hard. That should be straightforward and easy, but unfortunately, so far, I have not found an easy and straightforward solution to that. Let's see. My list here. We have two other projects that I forgot to mention. I am making audiobooks. I've had quite a few people request audiobook versions of both of my memoirs. So right now I am about a quarter of the way through Discomfort, The Key to Your Best Life, my first book. And based off the calculations, how long the time's taking, etc., both of these audiobooks should be done by the end of the year. And I am voicing them. I'm not using an AI tool or anything because they're really personal stories. And, it's sharing deep moments throughout my life. And it just didn't sit right with me. AI would be quicker, it would be easier. But it just doesn't sit right with me. I rather read it. You guys can hear my stories in my voice. And in a way, I think that makes it feel like you're traveling along with me a little bit more versus just a random AI tool. And podcasts, it's your podcast on YouTube or different app. So I am working on the audiobooks and the podcasts and making videos. Like all of this stuff is going to be cool. You'd be good at podcasts, splitting the corners with Kobe. I would love to do a podcast. I've just never really had an idea for one until now, the Lost Adventures podcast. It just makes sense because there's so many stories I've wanted to share with you guys for years, but the videos and photos have just disappeared. So it's cool. To answer your question, Lewis, is the podcast on YouTube or a different app? I'm not sure yet. I know in the past YouTube was promoting some kind of podcast thing. I need to look into it, but right now it's a lot. I'm working on a lot of different projects, a lot of different things at once, a lot of different moving parts. Like the treasure hunting video for Saturday. Like I said, that's the hardest video I've ever had to make. I'm really focusing on that right now. Yesterday alone, I was editing for 8 hours, give or take. And today I did another 4. And really, quite frankly, after what, 12 hours, I would say that the video's not even really started in a sense. So that just tells you how big this video is going to be and how one of a kind special it's going to be. But I will keep you guys updated and let you know whether that podcast is on YouTube, Spotify, or some other platform. How's the book sale going? Thank you for asking, William. The book sale, unfortunately, is not doing the greatest. I think out of 15, how many books did I order? 15 or 20. I don't remember. I've only probably sold like 11 though. Yeah, definitely not going as I hoped. Yeah, not going good, quite honestly. I'm hoping that with time, it will get better, because honestly, I think a big thing to keep in mind without going deep into, we'll say, politics, is that the economy, the world, everything that's happening in this moment in time, I feel like a lot of people are kind of tight on cash. Let's put it that way. I noticed it with my photography when I was doing professional photography work. I noticed it when I was working at the college and special classes were being offered. More and more people over the last year seem to have been getting tighter and tighter on cash. And as such, they've they're not spending as much on luxuries because they're struggling to get by. They're focusing on the necessities. And I get that. I understand that. Like I said, I noticed it with the college. I noticed it with professional photography jobs. So I think that's also um, influencing my book sales, my memberships here on the channel, all of that stuff. I think that is having an effect. The book should be in the shot when live, sitting there by your side. For what are you thinking? Less right now, having it in the background or something? I could. Um and that is a subtle thing, but also, like this live stream, we pretty much have Starlink had a buffer apparently. Um but with live streams, um I think, like I said, you got your regulars. Most people don't watch live streams, and I think pretty much the ones that do already know about my book. So again, I don't want to shove it down people's throats, but I have been trying to promote it to people that don't know. So, like as you're saying, just trying to get the new people. I'm making posts about it. I'm mentioning it in videos since people typically watch videos, but live streams, the analytics honestly just aren't good. Um, like I want to say like 99% of the people that turn into live streams are returning members like yourself that just already know about it. The book should be in libraries, but I don't know how that's going to work. I did have my first book in a library. It's tricky. I can't sell my book to a library. I would have to donate them, which then you're spreading awareness to your brand and to yourself. So there's that aspect, but um, yeah. And with stores, Lewis, I always have a dream. I still do. I mean, I get why I never would. I have a dream of having my book in a store. I just would love to see that, but it is not, like, more and more authors are pulling books from stores unless they're like big selling authors, because you have to pay the store up front just to put the book on their shelves. And then if they don't sell, you have to often pay them more money. So, like, lots of authors get screwed over by that type of thing. And less authors are actually starting to put their books in physical stores. Get more. Yes, Nancy, that's a great point too that I've been thinking about a lot lately, is you get more new people with vertical live streams. So the vertical live streams that like Havasu Parade, that kind of stuff, the reason I'm doing them from my phone is for that exact reason. When I'm on the move and it's something that I think would be really intriguing to people, I wanted to do that vertical live stream and get more people in and hopefully have them subscribe and continuously watch. But when it comes to topics like tonight, um, I mean, we've already been talking for about an hour. Most people aren't going to sit in here and listen to me for an hour, quite frankly. And I get like again, I understand it. Certain content is for certain people. I appreciate the ones that do, absolutely. Um, but it's not, you don't get more new people, if that makes sense. Um, are you selling on Amazon? Yes and no. Um, it's a very long story, but Amazon takes a drastic amount of my profits to the point where the numbers don't even make sense. They wanted me, my new book, for example, they want me to charge you guys like $45, and the book would make me, I think, $2 is what it says. Charge 45 bucks and I would get $2 at 60% royalty. Makes no sense at all. I used to do it with my first book and we had some severe issues with them. I just will not do business with Amazon unless I absolutely have to. With that being said, I've had a lot of international friends, people I've met on trips, etc., that have been wanting to buy my book for years. But for me to ship the book to them is an arm and a leg. So, um, like we're talking like $100 to ship the book to some countries from here. So Amazon, they offer the book in I think 14 different countries that I started this week. So, my international friends, they can still get a physical copy. I won't make a lot of money off of it. Amazon will be pocketing a lot of the profit. It's really shady as hell, quite honestly. Um, but you know, it's awesome. Exactly. $45 for a book, like it's Amazon. Like I said, it's a long story. There is many, many reasons, especially one very, very severe one that I actually talk about in the new book that I will, and that's not just with books. When I worked at the college, I did everything in my power to not order through Amazon. I will not support that company unless I absolutely have to. And eventually I will make a self-publishing video. I've had a couple people reach out about that. And I've always told them, unfortunately, when you self-publish, Amazon, in my opinion, is the way to go. But just know, and I quote, you are making a deal with the devil and you will have to pay a price every single time. So I really try not to. Um it is. It is, William. I've actually been to Florida, not the Florida Keys but Florida in general a couple times. Not a fan, Lewis. I actually talked about that in my first book. And the very first time I got down to Florida, I walked out of the airport and my exact words were, "Oh my God, I hate the weather here." Because it was just so freaking humid. I absolutely hate it. Been there a couple times. Honestly, have no interest in going back. But with that being said, Florida, thank you for giving me another transition, Lewis. For those who may not have seen my post, the YouTube channel has successfully surpassed 500,000 views. I am just absolutely like in shock with this number. Mind boggling. 500,000 people. I had to do some research. That is more than the biggest stadiums on the planet. A matter of fact, that would be like every single person in the city of Miami watching my YouTube video, and we'd still have about 20 to 30,000 views left over on top of that. Absolutely mind-boggling. So, thank you guys for the views, for the support, the likes, the shares. Whether you're new, whether you've been here from the beginning or joined in between, thank you guys. It's literally, as soon as I saw that yesterday, I went into shock and I just kept thinking about it all night till I fell asleep. Oh, Nancy. See, Timmy doesn't get to hear the news. With that being said, as a thank you, you guys have been here for 56 minutes now. We have had 500,000 people watch this channel. So, as a thank you guys for that achievement, but also as a thank you for being here tonight, still 57 minutes later, you have been listening to me talk for almost an hour. I'm gonna click this button, and we are gonna send out 5 channel memberships for the next month. So you guys can get some exclusive content during the holidays. You can see what the memberships are all about. Ooh, hold on. Membership giving. Ooh, you get 10. You know what? Screw it. Here's an extra 5 going out. We will do 10 memberships given out to you guys as a thank you for supporting this channel. And like I said, you can get some exclusive content and see if you like what the memberships are all about. And if you like it, please, once it expires, think about maybe joining us and helping fund the trip to Slab City and all of that fun stuff. So thank you guys. I'm gonna watch that song. Oh yeah, that song. Oh, I can't promise it's good, but it's something. I made it in high school, completely composed it myself. I went to band camp and I learned about composing. Uh, so yes, thank you guys for the support, and I hope you enjoy the exclusive content and a lot of the behind the scenes stuff and see what it's all about. Well, thank you. I can say I will have to see if they have that doggy ice cream for my dog. He might like it. They do have a second flavor as well. I think it is like a nut peanut butter or something. Rocky did like that one as well, but the cheesy bacon is his favorite, so we always go with that. Let me pull up our list here. So Joshua Tree, the audiobooks, the Lost Adventures podcast, 10,000 subs by the end of 2026, sharing your favorite video, maybe following my socials. We surpassed 500,000 views. We give away channels. This Saturday, we have the treasure hunting video. The last thing I have to share with you guys here, I know we're already into an hour, so I'll try to make this quick. One last project I'm working on is some photography books. I've had a couple people recommend it, like a little coffee table book. I don't know if this is exactly going to be the name right now, but um, to give you guys an idea, I've been thinking of something such as Kobe's Traveling Photography Volume 1. And we will do the bigger books will be the volumes, kind of all these like highlights basically from the last 3 years, whatever. But I'll also do some smaller books, some smaller collections, and it'll be like Kobe's Traveling Photography, Route 66, or Kobe's Traveling Photography, Kenya. So there'll be specific ones, but there'll also be bigger books where it's kind of everything in one. Um, it's a highlight. So it's it's a it's a lot of stuff. The upcoming trip, hopefully, to Joshua Tree, Slab City, Schoolie Palooza, Magic Circle, the audio books, the photography books, the Lost Adventures podcast, 10,000 subs by the end of 2026. We're going to be posting here pretty much every Saturday, bare minimum. I'm trying to keep that consistent. We'll start posting a little bit more shorts, but my socials will have photos, reels, blogs, all kinds of different stuff. So that is everything. I'm pretty sure I'm not forgetting anything. I hope not. I was thinking about it all day, and I'm pretty sure that is everything I wanted to share with you guys. It's been a long time since I've done a live stream like this, so really had to sit down and think about it. But thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We will wrap it up here. Again, if you guys can, please find your favorite video and share it this weekend from the channel to help promote and maybe send some new people over my way. And I hope to see you guys on Saturday after Captain Jack. It'll be, I got to think about this. Saturday's trick is 6, 7. So his would be 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 5. So 5 Mountain Time is when I will be going premiere, 6 Central. We will have the treasure hunting premiere. Until then, though, take care, you guys. Thank you again for your support, for tuning in tonight. And those that won the memberships, maybe go check it out and watch a video or two tonight. And if you do, comment on them and let me know your thoughts. Take care. I will see you all on the next adventure. Oh, greetings, but also heading out for the night. I was just about to shut it down, but I saw your comment, so had to say hello. Speaking of UK time, let me see. I'll Google that quick. 6 p.m. Central Time to UK. Oh, wow. You probably won't be able to do the actual live premiere, which is okay. It looks like 6 p.m. Central Time is midnight in the United Kingdom. Nancy's saying 11 p.m. Midnight is just 11 p.m. midnight. That's kind of what you're looking at. So, Buddy's been here since the very, very beginning. Nice to see you again. Is the community page only for you, or can we use it? You know, Lewis, I did get a notification about some kind of community page. I think you guys can use it. I think it's meant to be like the live in the dream community, talking, and I that's the concept I got. So if you want, please check that out tonight. If you want to start a discussion or something on there and just experiment with it, feel free. Absolutely do that. I am all for that stuff. I haven't really done I make posts. You guys have seen posts, but I've heard of some new community page. I don't know a lot about it. Please play around with it. If you want to share thoughts on a recent video or some, go ahead. All the power to you. Traveling the dream of photography. That's definitely an idea. Um, One thing before I wrap it up too, since we were talking about European, I know I said we were going to wrap this up, but I really want to point this out for our European friends. I am working on adding certain notes to videos too. You may have saw it with my new video of Colorado gators, where I'm talking about, oh, this animal weighs 200 pounds, but I I'll actually put in parentheses on screen or whatever what it is in kilograms. So I'm really starting to do stuff like, oh, that's what I'm forgetting. I'm really starting to think about international stuff too. So apparently my videos, they aren't translated automatically. Like if you only speak Spanish, I guess none of my videos translate to Spanish. They're whatever, they're just not. YouTube's not doing it. So I have been looking into some options for that, and we are going to start, sharing some stuff like that too, because not only have I traveled to different countries, but it's just some of the topics I talk about, like the haunted places, for example, the paranormal. I guess that's a really big thing in the Spanish community, the Spanish culture, and I want to be able to share my content to others that don't speak English and otherwise haven't been able to. So it helps out understand what I'm saying. Like I'm really thinking about you guys across the globe. So for those who are watching this, whether you're Mexico, Europe, Kenya, Peru, whatever it may be, I'm really looking into resources for you guys, and I'm trying to get some stuff figured out to help you guys better understand and enjoy my videos. So basically, a community page is like a hangout for the YouTuber, and that's what I'm understanding. Yes, Lewis, I got one if you want to experiment on it. Yeah, I think that's basically what it is. So, like I said, Lewis, if you want to check that out tonight, make a post or whatever, feel free. I'll probably even chat with you on there if you start a post and hey, I want to think about blah blah blah, whatever. Play around with it. Absolutely for it. Um, with that being said, now everybody have a good night, and I will see you all on hopefully Saturday.